Hello students, hope you all are fine and safe watching the videos, understanding the chapter and going through the reading of the chapter. Till now we have discussed many things about animals. Now it is the time to discuss about plants. Plants, they are very important for us. So today we will start our chapter number 8, that is roots and flowers. In this chapter we have discussed we will discuss what are the different types of roots, what are the functions of the roots, then same way why the flowers are important for the plants. That means we will discuss some important parts of the plant. Before starting the chapter, let us go through the hard words. Minerals. These are the substances that are naturally present in the earth and they are very important for the plants to grow. Dissolve. When something gets totally mixed with any liquid, so it is called dissolved, right? Like when we mix the salt in water, so the salt completely gets dissolved. That means it becomes the part of that liquid. So that is dissolve, means to mix. Propagate. Propagate means to produce a new plant from the different parts of the plant. So that is called propagate, producing new plants, right? Filament. It is the long thin pieces of a part of the flower that looks like a thread and connects to the anther. So that is the filament. It is the long thin piece that is present in the flower, right? It looks like thin thread and it contains anthers, right? Then stigma. It is the part in the middle of the flower, right? So that is the middle of the flower. Then we have style. Style, it is the part, long thin part of a flower that carries the stigma. That means style is the part where we can find the stigma and it is again the long thin part of the flower, right? Then ovary, it is the part of the flower that changes into fruit. We know all the flowering plants, they may have fruits. That means we can say the fruit bearing plants will first have the flowers. So it is the part of the flower that changes into fruit. Then motif, it is the design or pattern that is used for decoration, right? Then bulk. Bulk means we know anything that is present in the large quantity. So that is called bulk, right? Now, how do different plants they grow? So there are many ways the different plants they grow. So the process is called reproduction. That means it is the process by which living things they produce or they multiply and produce the new things of their own kind. So that process is called reproduction. So if we talk about some plants they reproduce through seeds, right? So seeds they germinate. So again there comes the process of germination. That means the seeds they change into new plants. That means the new young plants or baby plants, that is called seedlings. Now when the seeds they germinate, for that it is very important that they should get enough warmth, air, moisture and all. Means all the favorable conditions should be there for the seed to germinate. Now when the seed germinates, the first tiny part that comes from the sprout or the baby plant is the root, right? So if we see the different parts of the plant, so the plant can be divided into two different parts, that is root and shoot, right? So every plant will have two parts, that is root and shoot. So when the seeds germinate, first the tiny roots they start growing and after that the shoot starts growing, right? The roots they start growing in the downward direction, the shoot starts growing in the upward direction. Now what do you understand by shoot? Shoot is the part of the plant that is above the ground and shoot contains stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, branches, everything. So, if we see, the plant has two systems, root system and shoot system, right? The plant has two systems, root and shoot. Root is the part that grow below the ground, shoot is the part that grows above the ground. Now, so every plant will have two parts, that is root system and shoot system. Root grows below the ground, or we can say below the soil, and shoot grows above the soil. Now, root and shoot both plays very important role for the growth of the plant. They both are very important and they have their own functions for the plant to grow well, right? Now, let us talk about the root system. So, we have discussed root, it is the part that grows below the soil, right? Now, these roots, they are very important for the plant. They are very useful for the plant. Okay, so root, it is the part that grows first from the seed. Now, the roots, they help to hold the plant firmly in the soil. Firmly means without falling here and there, right? So, when we say I am firm, firm means I am stick to my words, I am stick to my opinion. So, firm means no change at all. So, same way the plants, they have to stand firmly in the soil, and it is the function of the root. That means the root, it holds the plant firmly in the soil, right? Then plants need water, and this water and the different minerals that are present in the soil and very important for the growth of the plant are absorbed by the roots and given to different parts of the plant, right? So, the root, it helps the plant to stand firmly in the soil, and second thing is it absorbs all the water and minerals from the soil and gives it to different parts of the plant, where the different parts of the plant, they use them to grow into an healthy plant. So, that is the most important functions of the root. Now, there are different types of roots. So, the two main types of roots are taproot and fibrous roots. So, we have seen the roots, they are of two types, taproots and fibrous roots. Now, if we talk about taproots, they have one main root that grow very deep into the soil with other small roots attached to them. These small roots are also called lateral roots. Okay. So, we have one in the tap roots, we will have one main root and other small roots, they grow along with the main root, they are called lateral roots, and they go very deep into the soil. If you see the roots of mango, peepal trees and all, they have this tap roots. Clear? Then some plants, they have the roots that are spread very near to the ground, means they are very near to the base and they are spread in all the directions, and they have same size and they look similar, right? So, these roots are called fibrous roots. So, the roots of the some plants that are spread and they doesn't have any main root, they are spread and they all look same, they all look similar and they are spread in all the directions, and we can say they are numerous. Numerous means they are many in number. These roots are many in number, they are spread in all the directions and they are very near to the base of the stem, right? So, these roots are called fibrous roots, and they are not very deep into the ground. That means they occupy very near to the ground, their space is very near to the ground, they never grows very deep into the ground. So, these roots are called fibrous roots, and the plants like grass, wheat, rice, maize, then sugarcane, all these plants, they have fibrous roots. If you might have observed onion, yeah, right. So onion, we know it is the stem of the plant, and if you see on the top of the onion, you can see the dried part that generally we remove. Okay, on the top, on the, like round, we can see the different dried root like structure. So that is the fibrous roots, and these are found very near to the ground. They don't grow very deep into the ground. So the roots, if we see, there are two types, tap roots and fibrous roots. Tap roots, they have one main root and many side roots grow near to, attached to that main root. These side roots are also called lateral roots, right. And if you see the plants, like some plants, they have this fibrous roots, the roots that grow very near to the base of the stem, and they are numerous in number and they are spread. So they are called the fibrous roots. They are not very deep into the ground. So if we talk about the role of roots for the growth of the plant, then the roots, again, they have very important functions. So first thing is they hold the plant firmly to the soil, and then the plants, they need water and minerals. So these roots, they absorb the water and minerals from the soil and transports to different parts of the plant through the stem. That means they absorb and it is transported through the stem to different parts of the plant, right. Then some roots like carrot, radish, beetroot and all, they store the extra food in them in the form of starch, and they are edible roots. That means if you see, we eat carrot, we eat radish, we eat beetroot, turnip and all, they are the roots of their plants. They are much fat compared to the normal roots, right. They are bulged. Why? Because they store the extra food prepared by the plants in them, and they are edible. We eat them, right. So that is how the different plants will have the roots. Roots are very important part of the plant. We know the leaves prepare food for the plant, but to prepare the food, the leaves need water, minerals and all other things, raw materials that are provided by the roots of the plant. And if there is no root, then the plant will not be able to stand straight, not be able to stand firm. So firm means to stand straight without falling here and there. So it is because of the root, it holds the soil and helps the plant to stand straight, right. So there are the different types of roots, means different plants have different types of roots. That we will discuss in details in our next video. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.